Hey guys, and welcome back to Beauty by Violet, and I am back with part 3 of how to become a makeup artist. And today I'm going to just get right into it. We're going to talk about professional portfolio building. And yes, makeup artists have to build their portfolio first. You don't just all of a sudden get calls from TV networks for you to do makeup, or producers to go do makeup for a music video. Every professional job or higher paying job is going to ask for a professional portfolio and a resume, and portfolio building is a very important step, and it's the next step that we're going to talk about. This step is where you're really going to learn, and you're going to learn what it's like to work with real clients, photographers, producers, and work as part of a project team. And you're going to learn how to work on different types of projects. This time is not only going to be spent building your portfolio and resume, but networking will be key. You need to get those business cards out because you're going to need them. You're going to find out during this part whether you have what it takes to be a makeup artist. This step will be the hardest because you will need to learn to travel, give your time and energy just for the experience to build your resume and your portfolio. Building your portfolio is going to be really important. Every job that you apply for, every bride you meet is going to want to see your portfolio. I want you to think about what goes into building a portfolio. A professional portfolio could potentially be really expensive. You would need models, photographers, a studio, all that stuff, and these things are going to cost you a ton of money. Good photographers are expensive. You pay for the session and then you pay for the images separately. Models are expensive. You pay them per hour, and you can only do one look every 35 to 45 minutes, so that would really add up if you're building a whole portfolio. And we're just talking about photo shoots here, but you'll also need to show and put on your resume that you've worked on other projects. You want to do runway shows and TV and film projects. How do you get them to hire you without a portfolio? What we're going to learn to do is what's called trade for print or trade for CD. It also is called TFP or TFC. So this is how you build your professional portfolio and resume for free. Trade for print or trade for CD means that you're working as a makeup artist in trade for prints or images for your professional portfolio. These images are normally going to be very expensive, and so are the sessions. The model wouldn't be cheap either, and I want you to think of it like this. I am making about $100 per hour, because that's about what you would pay for the images, the photographer, and the models. Typically the photographer, model, and you have something in common. You all need to build a portfolio. In their profession also, they need a portfolio to get high-paying jobs too. So usually with TFP jobs, you are all getting paid the same way, and that's TFP or TFCD. Now, I'm not saying that you won't find paid jobs right away, but if you do, it won't be for much until you have a professional portfolio and a resume. How long you have to do this is going to vary quite a bit. I did this portfolio stage for about a year. There were paid jobs in there and weddings in there too, but it was about one wedding every 3 months, and I don't think I got paid for a project until about 9 months into doing this. So let's talk about how to find TFP jobs. There's pretty much only one place where these jobs are advertised, and that's Craigslist. The photographers offering this type of work, they're not making any money, so they're not going to pay to advertise. You'll want to be looking for paid and TFP jobs every day on there. New ones will be posted almost every day, so just make it a point to check every day. Don't make the mistake at this point of paying for a service or an agency. You'll just be wasting your money. So every day you're going to want to go into Craigslist in your area and search both main categories for jobs and the main category for gigs for the words makeup artist. when applying to these jobs, you need to make sure you're catching their attention right away, because there's going to be a ton of other makeup artists that are going to be applying. So in your email, you need to catch their attention right away. So also remember that less is more. Don't go on and on and on and on and on. They don't want to read all of that. They're not going to. They're going to go on to the next one. These people, whether it's a paid job or a TFP, get a lot of responses. So here's your best bet. In the subject line, put something really eye-catching, like original creative makeup artist. Get their attention. They may not even open your email, so if you get their attention in the subject line, they might. In the body of the email, I'm emailing in response to your ad on Craigslist. I am super exceptional at what I do and would love to be a part of your project. I've attached my resume and I've also included a link to my portfolio below. I can be reached by email or at the number listed below. Make sure to include your signature with your phone, email, website, and Facebook. Everyone has different ways that they like to communicate. Some people, like to talk on the phone and never, check their text, never answer their text, whereas other people will only answer their text. If you call them, you're not going to hear back and they're not going to answer their phone. Including your website address and your Facebook shows that you are big into social networks, and that's only going to benefit them when you put their photos. This doesn't have a website. You'd be surprised. Many of the people that respond to their ads won't. Too bad for them, good for you. Don't be surprised if you apply to 40 of these and get like one response. That's why you got to do it every day. There are a lot of makeup artists out there trying to do the same thing. You're going to have an easier time because you're already going to know what to do and what not to do. Alright, so you finally get your job. Yay, you got a job. First, you have to make sure that this is going to be worth your time. There's 4 types of photos. There's great, good, okay, and bad. The bad ones, you just end up throwing away. The okay ones, you're going to put in a shoebox somewhere. And then the great ones, you're going to put on the left side of your portfolio, and the good ones are going to go on the right. Luckily, I had a ton of experience with this, owning a modeling agency for 3 years. You need to do your research on the photographer and try to determine where this photographer's photos are going to go. You're still spending your time, your gas money, and product on this shoot, so are you going to be getting paid adequately? If you don't already know it, ask them for their website. This should have their portfolio or the start of it if they are committed and a serious photographer. So check out their work. What do you think of it? Don't expect an absolute artist if they're building their portfolio, but do they have potential? If they do, they might be worth networking with for exchange for TFP. If you can tell a lot by looking at a photographer's portfolio. You can tell whether they're trying or whether they're just, taking pictures of models. A lot of these photographers, they're bringing models in to take weird pictures of them. That's a bad sign. If their portfolio is filled with half-naked women, probably not worth it for you, because you don't want half-naked women in your portfolio. You want professionalism showing when people look at your portfolio. So you get your first TFP job. So you got to go to your first job. So now what? Whether it's TFP or paid, you have the opportunity to gain a lot. You have the opportunity to network with a photographer and a model. Both of them are doing more jobs, and they're going to need a makeup artist in the future. Those 3 people go together when it comes to the photo shoot business, and they're going to be networking with tons of models and photographers, so you should be networking with them. Both will know other people in the industry, and either of them could actually end up being successful in their field. You don't know. You're also going to gain experience. It's going to be a resume builder, and you're going to get your portfolio photos. So this is important. You want to act like this is a real job, whether you're getting paid or not. So what to wear? In this industry, you need to dress professionally, but also follow industry standards. If you walk by a salon, a spa, or any other place that is, related to our industry, you're gonna see that everybody's wearing either black or white, or both. Most will be wearing all black. Your best bet is to wear all black. This will also make you stand out from the other people working on the job, and it says, yeah, I'm working here. Stay away from pants that slide down in the back. If you have to wear a belt, do it, because you're going to be bending over quite often to get into your kit. So keep that in mind. Tops that are too low cut, same thing. You're bending over, and people that are sitting in your makeup chair are up here, and they can see right down your shirt if you're wearing something that is just too low cut. Wear comfortable shoes because you don't know how long you're going to be there. Flats are the best. Don't think you're going to get away with going on these longer projects. Some of them can last up to 10 hours, and if you're in heels, you're just not going to make it. One of the reasons that some of these projects will run very long, we take a lot of time sometimes, and not necessarily photo shoots. They typically don't take a lot of time, but other projects can. But just be prepared that that could happen, because these people in this industry, they are creative people. Photographers, producers are creative people. And creative people are not, they're not a good source to ask, how long is this gonna take before? Because what typically happens is they're gonna get more ideas. And during the project, and they might even stop to brainstorm or rewrite something in the middle of a project, so expect delay. Introductions, first impressions. When you get to your job, be aggressive with introductions. You are there to network and need to take on a professional, friendly, and secure appearance. Introduce yourself to others on the project, offering a handshake right away with a smile on your face. You want to stand out to everybody that's on that project because you're going to be networking with them. Immediately ask where they want you to set up, and they're going to show, that's going to show that you're familiar with what needs to be done, even though you're not, and that you're eager to work. Later on, when you've been doing this for a while, you're going to want to do this to stay on track, to stay on time, and you're going to want to get started right away. So you're going to have to learn how to take control of a project when you're the main makeup artist on it, such as like bridal. So this will be good practice for you. It's going to also, doing this is going to also get you out of feeling uncomfortable standing around wondering what to do. You don't want to look like that. When they tell you where to set up, go to it. Set up the things you need, but while you're doing it, ask them questions. Being busy while you're asking them questions will show them that you're confident and comfortable on the job, but it will also give you an idea, since you have none at all, of what's going to happen next. Get to work. You need to take your time, but stay on schedule. That's tough on your first job. You need to do the best you can, and if you think something's off, you need to correct it. Don't worry about what the model thinks, because usually the photographer is in charge because he set up the shoot, and he's the one who's going to tell you what kind of look is going to be done, and then you're going to do it, and you're going to okay it with him and with her, and then fix anything they want fixed or add whatever. Usually the photographer or producer will expect that you stay during the entire shoot to do touch-ups, so expect that. That was the one thing I hated with photo shoots. When you're finished, clean up. This should be quick. Put the dirty items or items that need to be sanitized in a Ziploc bag or a container, and then put them back in your kit. You can clean them at home. When a job is done, everyone wants to leave. They don't want to wait around for you to clean up your makeup. If you're working with a bride, she'll be immediately going to meet the photographer after you're done doing the makeup, because the makeup is usually the last step before they get in their dress and they leave, and nobody's going to want to sit around and wait for you to clean up. And make sure you're not leaving a mess at all. Pick the garbage up, put things back if you've moved them. Sometimes I move the garbage over to where I am or whatever. Move that back. No one is going to think good thoughts of you in the future if they have to clean up after you. Before you leave, you need to ensure your future relationships. Make sure to say goodbye to everyone on the project, even if it's someone that was insignificant on the project. They still are going to work with people on projects in the future. You need to give everyone your business card, shake their hand, and ask for their business card if you haven't already got it. If they don't have one, ask for their info to put in your phone. Those business cards are going to be put in a database in your computer for future networking. So this is going to be important. Don't leave without their information. After the job, you're going to want to keep checking on your photos from the photographer. Sometimes it can take a week or two for the photographer to edit the photos. Most photographers just starting out, they're going to have other jobs, and so it's not just, photography isn't going to be their full-time job yet, so it might take them a while to get to that. Put the job on your resume. Also, when you get the photos, put them in your online portfolio and then also in your physical portfolio. Alright, so here's what you're going to do with the business cards and information you've collected at your jobs. You're going to make a spreadsheet with their information. Also, include dates and project highlights so you remember them later. Include little notes like, he said he was going on vacation in June and was taking the wife and kids. This is going to be important later. For reasons mentioned earlier, you are going to contact the model, photographer, or whomever you met on the job once a month. Now, you're going to note this in your appointment book now, like right after you're done with the job. And you're going to write a note to call them 1 month from then. You're going to do this now because you're not going to remember, like, when was that job again? Has it been a month? Just the day of. Take their name and number and put it in your date book. You know, John Smith, his number, 1 month from now, to call him. All of their information goes in the database. Anything you can remember them saying about their personal life, what the job was about, so you don't forget, the highlights of the job. When you call them a month from the day you met them, you're going to say, hey Mike, it's Becky. We worked together on that shoot last month. Yeah, how was the vacation? This is, you know, this is going to say that you remember him and you remember personal details, and that's going to show that you made a personal connection whether you did or not. So Mike, do you have anything coming up that I might be able to help out with? Have you heard of anyone looking for makeup? I'm always looking for a new project. You're going to do this with everyone on the project. These people network too, and they know of other projects that are going on and will more than likely give them to someone they know rather than a new connection. If they refer you to someone, that person will be more inclined to hire you because they were referred from somebody they know. If they don't have any projects or know of anything going on, don't worry about it. You've done what you wanted to do. You planted a seed. You've put your name back on their mind. And you're going to do this once a month. So after you hang up from that call, you're going to go 1 month into your date book and you're going to put down their name and their number again. Call Mike. Okay, so you're going to do this once a month. And if they don't have a project, when they do, or when they hear of one, they'll immediately think of you. They're going to think of you because you've reminded them and shown that you're excited about work in this field. And the more times they hear from you, the more they're gonna associate makeup with you because they hear from you once a month. So that's why we're doing this. If you do the things that I've mentioned, you're eventually not gonna have to look for jobs anymore. People will be calling you and you'll be getting leads from past clients. If you think about it, like every job you do, you're putting in, you know, to call these people. So pretty soon you're calling people like almost every day just to, hello, remember me? Don't forget about me. When you think of makeup, think of me. So then you're going to eventually be busy just getting leads, just having people call you because of your networking. Once you've had enough experience at this portfolio building and you think you're ready, you can start marketing yourself as well as looking for jobs and submitting your resume and portfolio. Marketing is going to either make you or break you at this point. You don't want to make mistakes. 35% of everything a business owner makes goes to mistakes. I'm hoping that this information is going to lower that percentage for you. So at this point, do not bother spending money on ads. I spent so much time figuring out what marketing works and what didn't, and I was spending money, so you don't want to be like that. There are a lot of places to market that aren't going to cost you much or are going to cost you very little until you have that income coming in, and then we'll talk about that later on. And I know because I've already done all this, but also from talking to other owners of makeup artistry companies, and they all say the same thing. So we'll get into that paid marketing later. So right now, don't bother spending money on ads in your local papers or paying for much local advertising. These companies don't reach a large enough audience, and people looking for a makeup artist, they're not going to look in the local paper. They're going to look online. When you want to start with, as much free or cheap marketing as you can. You should never be paying more than 10% of your profit on marketing. This is where many people fall short. Here's a list of marketing to set up. So I got some ideas for marketing. I'm going to put them all on my blog, but Facebook advertising. You're already once a week. You're going to start on your business Facebook. You're going to start posting things like what you're doing, what jobs you got coming up. Oh, I just got done with this job. Make some noise on there, get people's attention. You're also going to put on their promotions like 10% off your makeup application, or free lashes, complimentary lashes with any bridal package purchase. You can also put cheap ads on Facebook. I wouldn't let it run more than 1 week, and I wouldn't let it cost you more than $5 a day. Just see what happens. If nothing happens, don't do it again. Google AdWords is good. There's lots of free directories on wedding websites though. There's WeddingWire, there's Wedding Bee and Wedding Bee Pro, Bridal Tweet, Wedding Mapper, OneWed, top wedding sites. And then, there's Twitter. You've already got your Twitter set up, or you should. 75% of traffic on Twitter does not come from Twitter users. So if you're talking about your business on there, what's going on, just making some noise, and somebody goes online and they are searching in a search engine and they're looking for a makeup artist, and they're in your area, and you just said the words makeup artist in Twitter and your area, well, what it's going to do is it's going to serve up to them what you just said on Twitter. So the search engines are going to be pulling things out of Twitter. It's going to link up, do a backlink to you and your website. So that's going to equal more website visitors. Google Places, set up or claim your local business listing on Google. You can optimize it with keywords. Keywords are important. Anything you think you might be searching for if you wanted to try to find a makeup artist. E-Zine articles, that's a good one. Hub pages, these are all like backlink keyword places, and I can answer any questions that you might have on some of them, but basically you want to be like putting blogs on places or commenting on places where brides might be to get backlinks to your website. Squidoo, you can talk about your expertise on there and it will do the same thing. MySpace, a lot of people don't think of MySpace anymore. They've almost totally forgot about it, but it is worth setting up an account optimized for keywords. If you optimize an account for keywords, you are going to end up basically getting backlinks to your website. That's about all I have time for in this video. I will be putting out another video, and I am not sure how many more videos I'll have for you, but I want to get you to the point where you would be comfortable and making money and making good choices as far as marketing and, doing this for your full-time job, if not full-time on the week. I will be sure to put all this on my blog. Don't forget to check out my website. On my website, you're going to find information on both skin and makeup. You're going to find tutorials, educational articles, product reviews, product recommendations. You can also contact me through my website. You can see my services on there, and if you're local, you can even book an appointment. So be looking for the next video, part 4 of how to become a makeup artist. Hopefully this doesn't end up being a book, because I don't know if I have that much time. So I just want to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to check out my other channel if you haven't already. My other channel is Face to Face with Violett, and that has skin tutorials and information about your skin and just doing a whole bunch of treatments to make your skin awesome. And I will be back soon with the other video, and thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you subscribe.